How do you set up a billing template? Go to System Settings, select Billing Template. Everybody will have a public rates, and then you can create different rates for different corporations or projects that you have. For the public rates, this is for out in the public that doesn't really belong to an account. This will be set up as your highest rates. So you'll show all your vehicle types will be displayed. You have a start hour and an end hour. The start hour will always be at 0. The end hour will always end up to be 24. Start date and end date. The start date, from when do you want these values to appear, and end dates, when do you want it not to appear anymore. So this tells me on January 1 of 2015, on the 2nd of 2015, the $125 will not appear anymore. If there's nothing else after that, it will show up as 0. We have an hourly rate and a flat rate. Hourly rate is anything as directed. A flat rate is anything like a pickup and drop off or an airport trip. Gratuities. From here on out, you'll see columns of percentage and flat rate, percentage and flat rate. So you have a percentage gratuity or a flat rate gratuity. You have one or the other. We offer discounts, return discount. Return discount will show up when you do a return trip. So I made a reservation airport trip, and when I hit save, it gives me the ability to do the return trip right there. If I click return and I have a return discount or return flat rate, at that time that percentage will show up. We offer also service fees, service charge percentage and flat rate, tax percentages and flat rate, and fuel surcharge percentage and flat rate. So you customize your rates to appear as you wish for your company. Parking fee. This will only appear when it's an arrival of an airport trip. If there's a parking fee, then it will show up. That's the only time this fee shows up. Airport fee, anytime you select an airport arrival or departure and you have a fee in here, then airport fee will show up. Meet fee, same thing on arrivals. If you have a meet and greet fee, it will show up on arrivals only. Red eye fee. Red eye fee shows up if you have set in system settings for all arrival flights, for example like 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. Whatever you designate, then a red fee will show up. And we also differentiate with off-hour times. Off-hour times means any trips that you want to have an extra charge. So between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. for an as-directed trip or a pickup and drop off or any other trip type, whatever time you designate, that's when these percentages or flat rate will show up. Now, if you right click on a vehicle, like I've just highlighted, I right click, I can copy that vehicle type. Now you'll see there's two of them. There's one there and one here. So I can start my hours at 0 and end it for 3, and I say, okay, for the first 3 hours in this 10 passenger, I want to charge $100 per hour. Okay, and then from the 3rd hour to the 5th hour, basically between 4 and 5, I want to charge them $90 an hour. And then you can also do it again by right click copy and say from the 5th hour on to the 24th hour, I'm going to charge 85. So if you want to give them special rates, you can do that with your vehicles, especially if you have specialty vehicles. Now in the charge summary, that's in the payment info tab of the reservations, when it calculates out, let's take for example you have 7-hour trip, it's going to take these 3, the 2, and the 2, but it will show the average of the 7, but it will give you the correct hourly rate. Again, now if you want to go back and delete it, you just delete it. Are you sure you want to do so? Yes. And you can go back and delete the values back out. Don't forget to change that to 24. Whenever you change something, always make sure you tab out. Once you're done with making any changes, remember to always hit the Save Detail button. So this way the operation is set and it updates. Now I want to copy all of this and create a whole new template for a corporation. I can hit Copy Template, create a whole new name, and just type in ARC Corp, save template name, and save details, close it out, and you'll see here ARC Corp is created. So if we click on the ARC Corp, you'll see all the rates are automatically in there. Now we also have Compute Column and Compute Row. Compute Column, if you click on, is just a fast way to update values in the system. So for example, I want to change all my end dates and make it all together. So I can click on change these columns, so end date, and I want to change it to, let's just go up to 2012, and I hit apply. You'll notice all of these automatically changed. You can do the same thing on hourly rate or percentages. So for example, on my gratuity percentage, and I'll move this over so you can see it, I want to make these all to 15%. Here you can add, subtract, multiply, or whatever. So I can say make this to 15, apply, and there it goes. It changed all the values, and I can close. So you select whichever one you want to change and change your values, apply, close. Now remember, we always have to hit Save Details after you've made any changes. I want you to remember one thing. You can always modify and make changes. So if you're experimenting, you're not going to hurt the system. This is how you create a billing template. Thank you.